Do you know what's funny? That the very first thing that we all tend to recommend to everyone else to question themselves, their actions, beliefs, thoughts, and feelings is everyone's favorite advice for everybody else, except we all tend to think it's for everyone but me. Because since the very first moment that we came to this world, we all have been living in a bubble, and that is the bubble of the self. The self always knows what is best for us, supposedly, since we already know what is best for ourselves and we know how to live life right. And we usually tend to go around and say something like, "Life, you're doing it wrong, drop it, and let me show you how to get it right." But oh boy, how the tables are torn when that very first thing that we all think everyone else should do is brought back to us. And we are the ones being called to do the questioning. But how? That can be possible. I mean, me getting it wrong? No way, it's everyone else's. It's fine. In one way or another, we all have been there before. Or maybe we're still there. Or will be. Sometimes we cannot help it. It's just something too human to do. The most important thing about it is not if we get it right or wrong, but if we're brave enough to do the questioning by ourselves and with some honesty for a change. For example, those beliefs that we hold so dear, they are the backbone of our lives. Are they really ours? Or were they just learned? They are truly something that we believe on the inside? Or are they just a repetition from society or from our family? Maybe that we believe in something different, but we're not brave enough to face it? And also, how rational are our thoughts really? No, seriously. How can we thought be really rational most of the time? Something that we all like to believe, especially in this day and age. May it be that we're mixing our thoughts and rationality with our beliefs? Or just as bad, with our feelings? And that what we tend to believe is rational from me and from everyone to do. It's only a belief in disguise, a feeling that I have. We're not always so rational, actually. And it has been proved time and time again that deep down, we all tend to act from our feelings and instincts, and not from our rationality. And feelings are not the final frontier of the universe. Hell, they are not even the final frontier of our own inner universe, but we tend to believe that they are that. That if I'm feeling it, then it's right, or my feelings are valid, period. Yeah, in a way, feelings are valid, but actions based on them, and beliefs, not always. Because how often do we really question ourselves about our feelings? What I'm feeling right now, what is the source? Is it really from something that is happening outside of me, for this person, for this event? Or am I feeling this way because it resonates with something way deeper in me? Something maybe that I haven't dealt with. We all have been there. I have been there. Most probably. Each one of us. No, right? It's not that easy to question ourselves and our feelings. It tends to be better just to blame it on the next person who crosses us. And for last, let us not forget about our actions. How often don't we go around trying to justify them on our beliefs, on our rationality, on our feelings? No, what I did is it's totally valid because I was feeling that way. Is it always valid? I can tell way too many times when even my actions were not that valid, even if I was feeling in a certain way. It's not an easy task to question ourselves, I know for sure. And that's why it feels way better to play the fool and to think that our actions, our feelings, our beliefs, and our thoughts are beyond questioning. And that itself is not without reason, actually. We all certainly miss uncertainty in our lives. Because this thing of having or developing an ability for questioning ourselves, or intellectual conscience as Nietzsche likes to call it. We philosophers and the concepts, right? It's not something kind of new, actually. It comes from millennia ago, called by different names. But let's call it intellectual conscience for a while, or however we want. This thing in general, it puts ourselves in contrast with another really human need that we have. And that is the human need for some certainty. We cannot go around through life without having some solid ground under us, both physically and metaphorically. We need something solid to what we can hold on, something solid that we can believe, something solid that we can think, feel, or act. We cannot go around through life wondering all the time if we're right or wrong. At the end, life demands action from us. And the best way to not achieve that is by overthinking everything. Because at the end, if I question everything, how can I be sure of anything? Well, it's about finding some kind of balance. I will never suggest to anyone, even myself, that we should go around overthinking every time. we all need to act. Because the main aim of questioning ourselves actually should be about improving our life, not trying to paralyze it. It's about a little bit of trial and error. We should act and at the same time trying to reflect on our actions, trying to reflect on our feelings, on our thinking processes and our beliefs. And if they are holding fine, improve our lives and also the lives of everyone who surrounds us, even some people who we may not agree with, then it's fine. It may prove wrong later, yeah, sure, and that's fine too. As long as we keep paying attention to ourselves and what we do, that's something far greater than what most people are willing to do with their lives. Nowadays, more than ever, we humans tend to go on autopilot on almost everything. Let other people think for us, believe for us, even feel and act for us, when that's something that we're called to do by ourselves all the time. And even if we don't get it right, it's okay. No single human gets life right from the beginning. A lot of mistakes are usually made. Otherwise, we will not all be living in this marvelous Rerum Concordia discourse. Life is ever changing, and we are supposed to be like that as well.